The first one on the list is GoFundMe, and GoFundMe is a behemoth of a platform which you can really use to raise money for anything related to charitable causes. So this could be, for example, personal expenses, it could be travel expenses, it could be education costs, volunteering expenses, medical bills. You can raise money either for yourself or on behalf of someone else, and that's called a beneficiary. Numero dos on the list is Kickstarter. So Kickstarter is one of the major crowdfunding websites out there which you can use to raise money for creative projects, for inventions, for theater projects, films, comic books, tabletop games. It could be even a new book or a novel that which you're coming out with. The biggest drawback to doing a Kickstarter campaign is that not all categories are allowed and not all stages of ideas are allowed. Number 3 in the list when it comes to raising money or using crowdfunding as a way to bring a new project or idea or invention into market is Indiegogo. Indiegogo was actually the first crowdfunding platform. It actually came before Kickstarter, but Kickstarter kind of has a little bit of a bigger community when it comes to Indiegogo. However, there are so many examples of successful crowdfunding campaigns on Indiegogo. I've covered them as well a lot on my podcast, the Crowdfunding Demystified podcast. You can raise money on Indiegogo either with fixed or flexible funding, which is different from Kickstarter. The next one on the list is Patreon. Patreon is a form of subscription-based crowdfunding. So as you notice with some of the platforms that I'm mentioning, I'm also putting them into categories, right, when it comes to this. So Patreon is great if you are a podcaster, if you are a YouTuber, if you are a blogger, if you're a comic book creator or an artist of some way. There are many different categories available on Patreon, but the biggest differentiator is that with Patreon, you can actually have people subscribe to your Patreon campaign and support you on a residual basis. The next one on the list is Kiva. So Kiva is actually not really well known for many different crowdfunders that are out there. All the time when I'm doing individual coaching calls, I'm introducing Kiva as another option. So I do one-on-one individual coaching calls when it comes to getting your campaign funded using the medium of crowdfunding. Kiva is an incredible platform because you can get a no interest loan, 0% interest from Kiva for the upwards amount of $15,000 at the time I'm recording this video. The next one on the list is Wefunder.com. Wefunder.com falls into the scope of platforms which I call more so equity crowdfunding or investment crowdfunding. So this is very different than the other platforms that we mentioned. This is really great for startups or entrepreneurs who want to raise money for their project, their idea, their business plan, or their existing company that they want to scale, and they're willing to give away equity in the company in order to do so. So again, this is equity crowdfunding. When you're doing a crowdfunding campaign on a website like Wefunder.com, you also have a funding goal and a funding duration, but the biggest difference is that the people that are supporting the campaign are actually